Hey everybody, Sean here from BoredParacord.com, and today I want to show you the Twisted Cobra. It was named by Bruce Stevens. He does acknowledge that he wasn't the creator, and he did a lot of research on this to try and figure out who the creator was, but he was not able to find the creator, so he went ahead and named it the Twisted Cobra, but he was not the person that created it. Anyways, to get started, what I did is I took the inside colors of the bracelet are going to be gutted. So I've already went ahead and gutted these two colors. This is the FS Navy, which is kind of like a slate blue color, kind of like a metallic blue almost, and then burgundy. So I've already gutted it. That's what all this stuff here is. This is all the innards from that. Get that out of the way. And then I have fused those two cords to some silver here. I can zoom in on this so you can see what I did here. You fuse it just like you normally would. What I did is I held these two, basically, if you can imagine me holding them like this, the ends are right there, so it looks like that. And then I lit those two sections together at the same time. I lit these together, and then I flipped it over, melted them together like that, and then rolled it in my fingers. It turned out pretty good. Pretty nice and solid with that too. So the first thing we want to do is grab your buckle, and let's see, which way do I want to do this? So I figured out a different way to do this, because normally what I do is I put the paracord through, pull it all the way through. That one takes a little longer. I figured out a different way to do this. So what you can do is go about 2 to 3 inches past your fuse point right here. Let me zoom out a little bit here. So you're going to go 2 to 3 inches past your fuse point, which is about right here, and you're just going to grab it and make a loop, just like that. And then you're going to take this loop right up through your buckle, like that. Take it over top of your buckle, and go and tighten it just like that. That gives you your cow hitch the same way. And that way your fuse section will be inside of the bracelet when you make your way back toward this end of the buckle. And you'll see that when we get towards the end here. Alright, so go ahead and tighten that up just like I did there. Flip your buckle over, and then pull all the cord through your finger. Just make sure you get rid of all your twists that you might have. Do that again. Still got a little bit of a twist going there. Normally I have the paracord down on the floor, and it makes it a little easier. Do that real quick. Alright, there we go. Alright, now go ahead and get all your ends together. We're just going to flip this buckle back over and go up through the bottom of the buckle toward the top. And I did not do a very good job at singeing the ends of these. Hold on one second, I'm going to have to grab my needle nose and just make sure that these are nice and flat. There we go. That nice and flat. You always want to make sure you get that out of the way before you start. Now I'm going to do this over again. Sorry about that. Run this through my fingers again. There we go. Alright, now we should be cooking with fire. Maybe. There's one. There's two. And the third one. So the cool thing about this is that it's tied the exact same way with one little thing as the Cobra. Alright, get all this pulled through. And I got wrapped around the camera. Oh. Alright, hold on a second here. Wow, it's one of those days, I guess. Alright, so we'll get all this pulled through. Get the twist out of there. Okay, got a little bit of a twist going with the burgundy. Alright, so I'm going to open this up just a little bit to give me my basic shape of the bracelet, which is this right here. You should have 3 loops now. You should have a burgundy and blue, or slate, or FS Navy, and then a silver. Alright, go ahead and open that now, and set this up just as you would as if you were doing a regular Cobra. So you're going to have your main color that's not gutted coming off to one side, and then your two gutted cords that are fused together off to the other side. I think I'm going to do a bracelet about that long. Let's see where we're at. So, well, that's a bit long. Yeah, I don't want to go quite that long. That's 9 inches, so we're good. I think we'll be good right there. And I have 6 feet of each color here, just so that you know. Alright, so we want the 2 colors to be on the top. So every time that you cross over the center, make sure that those are your 2 colors. The one that's not gutted, that's always going to go behind the back. So to start this, what we're going to do is just cross over your center strands. And don't worry about this first one quite yet. So cross over the center, take your left cord over the 2 cords, behind the center cords, and then bring it up through the loop on the right. And Bruce told me that you have to pull this one really tight on the first one. So I'm going to pull this as tight as I can. Get this nice and tight. Okay, so now you can see this first one is showing more of the slate right here. So what you do is you're going to flip this straight over. So it's going to come out this way. You just want to take those cords and flip it over. Just like that. And what that does is it takes the back side and it turns it into the burgundy. Let me zoom in on this for you just so you can see what I got going on. Okay, so when you flip this over, it's going to be opposite colors. It's going to switch the colors on you. Take those off to the right. Take your not gutted cord over. Oops, forgot to create that loop on the left. Go around the back and come up the loop. So you can see that these colors are not twisting. This burgundy and slate right here, they're not twisting. So pull that through and make sure that they're not twisting on you. Cinch it up. You always want to make sure you're cinching it up toward the buckle and then pulling it tight. Do the same thing again. Make sure that these 2 cords are run right next to each other, not twisted. Just like that. Cross over top, around the back, and up through the loop. And you can see that it flip-flopped again. So now we went from burgundy showing here to the FS Navy showing here. Get that tightened up. And we'll do a couple more here a little quicker. So just make sure that your 2 cords aren't twisting on each other. There we go. This one looks pretty cool. I like this style. And I'll do one more here, last one. And then, since this one's so easy, I'm just going to let you guys go after this one. I think you got the hang of it. And then I will be back to show you how to finish it off, which is very similar. It's almost identical to how you would normally finish a regular Cobra, or Solomon, some people call it. But anyways, you get the idea. You're just kind of flipping the colors every time so that the colors kind of alternate in the center there. Alright, well, that should be enough for you, and I will be back to show you how to finish off this bracelet. Alright, once again, I'm down here to the bottom. I'm really digging these colors. This looks really good. I know it's kind of bright in the video because the silver kind of matches the white a little bit. It's pretty light silver, but I like this. I think it'll look good in the pictures I take for it. Alright, so I'm going to do my last one here. Just want to make sure you leave enough room. You want to get as many in as you possibly can to fill up that space. And we're just going to tighten this as tight as we can on this last one. And we're just going to snip the ends just like we normally would. The back looks kind of cool too because it's got the reverse colors, and then on the inside it also has the reverse colors. So that side's pretty cool too. Alright, cut the ends off. I've got about 2 feet left of this color, each color. And then, I don't know where my smoothing tool is. Oh, here it is. There we go. Never leave home without it. Alright, so we're just going to melt this down. Now the gutted cord will melt a little bit quicker, so you want to be really careful with that. And then just smooth it over with your smoothing tool. Perfecto. Alright, come over to the other side, do the same thing. And there we are. There is one twisted Cobra, all finished. Thanks to Bruce Stevens for coming up with the name for this, and whoever came up with this design, good job. I really like this design a lot, and I hope you like it too. Hope that my instructions were clear and you were able to follow it. And I can't wait to see what you post on Paracord on on the Paracord on Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/Paracord on, and I hope to see you in there. And until next time, Paracord on.